A question from Lillian Turnerberg, please.
Should British savers take the news of a Cypriot tax on deposits as a warning of things to come?
Is the news of a Cypriot tax on deposits and the chaos in Cyprus a warning for British savers of things to come? Mark Littlewood, are you alarmed by what's going on there?
Of course, who could not be alarmed? I mean, pretty much the first rule of banking is you don't have people queuing around the block trying to get their money out, and that's now what's happening in Cyprus. I mean, it's exceedingly serious. And I'm not trying to be scaremongering here. I'm not saying make sure that tomorrow morning you go to your bank and take out all of your money and shove it under the mattress. But there is a serious point and a serious lesson. I hope somehow or other Cyprus find a way out of this trouble. But we have got to stop bank bailouts coming around again and again and again. This is what made people so furious about 2008.
Well, if you don't have a bailout, you let the banks go bust.
You let the banks go bust.
Well, and everybody loses all their money.
Well, hey, it's not quite as straightforward as that, David. But some people will lose an awful lot of their money, yes. Yeah. And I think that one thing that we're going to have to take on board as depositors is there is and should be a risk on our deposit. If you decide to go and put your life savings in a very risky bank, offering very high levels of interest, then if that bank fails, you should expect to lose at least some proportion of your savings. You should always have the option of a savings bank, very, very safe, locked in a deposit pocket at the bottom, making 0% interest or possibly less. But depositors are going to have to bear some of the risk. We had no deposit insurance until 1979, and we are making things more dangerous by having governments pretending time and time again they can stand by the banks when they cannot.
When you say pretend, you mean the guarantee we have at the moment, that if you have, what is the figure? I can't remember, 100,000
euros. 85,000 pounds.
85,000 pounds, that'll be safe. You think that's wrong?
No, I trust the British government in that regard. But
Why? You don't trust them on much else?
I don't. I do trust them in that regard. I think the consequences would be as bad as we're seeing in Cyprus. It looks like we could keep that deposit guarantee, but that guarantee should not be there.
OK. You, sir.